Hi, and a very good day, everyone. This is Zach, the content creator for World of Warcraft Shadowlands. For this video, people are always eager to play in Shadowlands expansion and most likely around another 1 month something. But do we think about what are the beautiful things in Shadowlands? Well, guys, we have captured 8 things I can say very interesting stuffs happening in this new expansion, and we'll be sharing with you all. Before we dive into further details, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more future contents, and remember to ring the bell. To all Azerothian, as usual, as an overview, we are going to look into the mind mapping for the top 8 very interesting stuffs in Shadowlands. The first one is TITANFORGING or WARFORGING is gone. Flat value of gear eye level in rates according to modes. The returning of PvP vendor. Revamp on leveling system. Torghast legendary item, introduction of new consumables from profession, and lastly, no more artifact power grinding or anything similar. Alright people, firstly let us talk about TITANFORGING or WARFORGING is completely gone. Most of the people are really hate to have this thing due to luck and not through skills or hardship. I totally agree that this thing needs to be removed forever. What say you? Leave your thoughts under comments down below to discuss. Those random kind of increased eye level by luck is totally removed from the game. It's a fair play, I would say, because our performance is relatively based on skills and not through luck. That RNG eye level increase is a bye. Removal of corruption and corruption effects are also being removed during pre-patch, and same goes to in Shadowlands. There is nothing else to be replaced for that kind of troublesome system, I would say. The second one is flat value of gear eye level in rates according to modes that you and your team encounter. Once again, my fellow friends, the old time acquiring gears are back, which means no need to depend on RNGs as well, like TITANFORGE or WARFORGE, in getting your items. For example, if you are raiding in heroic, that receive item stays in heroic eye level, and if it's mythic, stays in mythic based eye level. With the corruption effects bonuses gone in Shadowlands, the BIS list before raid or dungeon release makes us viable again to aim for those things. Like for instance, having corruption effects currently in BFA, making the BIS list is merely not functioning at all because of the percentage increase of DPS or HPS for having BIS corruption effect is much far greater in value compared to have the BIS list. The next point is the returning of PvP vendor. Currently in BFA, especially earning the conquest points in PvP like arena or battleground, there is so much RNG taken into place. We can't control the item that we need or to buy from a NPC. For example, you have everything equipped for your gears except for boots item. As you all aware that every week there is a conquest bar that needs to fill up and earn the item upon completed. But it turns out the item is not the boots, maybe a bracer or hands or waist, whatever, and you wait for another week, but still not appear for the item that you need. It is really frustrating to see the loot table of conquest points is not matching to our needs. Like I said, it is back to RNG things again, which is really awful, I would say. Alright guys, thanks to this coming Shadowlands, there will be a NPC spawned at the center of Erebos to purchase the PvP items. The items inside the PvP vendor can be upgraded using the currency like honor points, if I'm not mistaken, and it can be upgraded a couple of times, perhaps 6 times I think, until I level up 190. In my opinion, this is a very good changes as we can choose which choice of items that we need to purchase or pursue first, and we might having our own checklist on items which one to be bought first. It's like more choices to the customer kind of thing. The fourth point is revamp on leveling system. Level switch from 3 digits number to lower digit numbers brings to a manageable count, whereby starting from level 1 to level 10, it involves around the starting experience via normal questing. Continue from level 10 to level 50, a player can choose any of the old expansion to level up, and no need to travel around to do quests which involve a lot of traveling. From my point of view, it is something very positive improvement by Blizzard on leveling system, because players do not need to level from the old beginning of the expansion and going through the unrealistic number of character level. Like if we follow the old BFA, next level is 130. It was like, gosh, you're gonna be crazy in numbers anyway. This will encourage new players or people who wants to try to enjoy the current Shadowlands content even faster via to this new leveling system. For me, it is pretty cool. Despite that, for the newcomers, they can choose Exile Reach Zone to level up their character, as this is the path for those who doesn't really care about the lore or old expansion, and might be people not really sure to choose on which old expansion to start with. Well, Exile Reach is the suitable area for those who just wanna direct start the journey without thinking much the old goodies part, period. The next interesting part at number 5 is Torghast. When we talk about Torghast, the most important thing that happened here is to acquire the reagent, aka soul ash, to craft the legendary specific items for your class. Basically, there are 2 types of Torghast run, which are kinda named of cell block run and also twisting corridor. Cell block run is the place for you to find the materials for legendary crafting gear, and this is the first goal for most of the early new players venturing to Torghast. For those who are having more extra time and as well to experience more of the acquiring the more animal powers, twisted corridor run shall be the perfect place with longer runs to complete in 18 floors. It can be a solo run or party of 2, 3, 4, or full party of 5. If a player clears more floors, aka to the highest floor possible, that person will earn even more legendary reagent via completion of lower levels or lower floors. Weekly loot lockout based on highest level floors clear. The special part about this Torghast is the twisting corridor run kind of thing, cause you can become an invisible superpower due to those collected anima powers, and in line with that comes with good rewards and cosmetics along the way. What do you have experienced in Torghast will be stay in Torghast. The sixth interesting part is legendary item. Guess what, guys? For this time around, the legendary item crafting with 𝗠𝗶𝗃 thing can be crafted as specific item and not via RNGs aka luck. It is like there is no such things as crafting random legendary items, and it will take more times or materials to roll up a dice to acquire the correct legendary based on spec. So all you have to do is to collect the appropriate sources of items or reagents which can be farmed inside Torghast for soul ash and other legendary effects sources from various contents like PvP raid, dungeon, etc., and take it to the 𝗠𝗶𝗃 to craft the legendary thing. Next, the effect produced from the 𝗠𝗶𝗃 shall be applied to the selected or choice of gears. The selected of gears can be crafted from the available profession based on gear slots. If you are not having that specific profession, then needs to find someone who does and craft it for you. How does it work for this crafting of certain legendaries? The first things that needs to do is select the specific crafted gear, select a legendary power, and then select the 2 slots for your best stats and hit the create button. The next one is the introduction of new consumables from profession. What about the consumables? As usual, folks, every expansion brings more type of professional things, but this time around the changes is a little bit different. For the enchanting profession, we can enchant into more slots of gears, which is pretty amazing. As usual, for the new flasks, potions and food stat buff, and as well a few new utility potions. This one is something new for me. For tailoring profession, they can apply onto their weapons with oil kinda thing to increase a certain stats for over a period of time. Sharpening stone from blacksmithing act as buff that can be applied on weapons as well, which can increase the stat in a single period of time. Inscription can craft something like a scroll for your best secondary stats you want to insert in the 2 slots towards the crafted gear, which turns into legendary item later on. Furthermore, via profession can earn more gold on selling the consumable in auction house, and the value is pretty much good, especially in very much early content. Oh yeah, forgot the other one, guys. The crafted gear can be sell off as well, and it might going to make tons of gold with various crafted gears are up for sale. The last point I would say and makes all of us are happy or relieved is that no more artifact power grinding or anything similar. This is going to be another exciting part for those who are having limited time to play, and grinding work took so much time and effort until can't even play alt character. In Shadowlands, there will be nothing more like endless farming or grinding towards your something like artifact power back in BFA. The only progression that we need to power up is the renown via your chosen covenant to level up, with which appears to be level up by weekly basis. I repeat, by weekly basis. There are a few daily activities to be completed for the week, and if you have done it, you won't gonna do it anymore until next week, so on and so forth. Renown rank in Shadowlands is very important to unlock the soulbinds and conduits, which is capped in weekly basis. What about alt? Do we need to start from scratch if it's like 1 month behind? It won't be able to catch up, right? Well folks, Blizzard has introduced the catch-up mechanism, which means instead of maybe 1 rank increase for a up-to-date character on Renown rank, it might be rank 2 for those who are left behind or just started the tune way back. Alright my fellow friends, that's all for the top 8 interesting stuffs in Shadowlands. What do you think about these big changes or interesting experience? As usual, it is just my personal overview, which may be right or wrong. If you have any ideas, concerns, opinions, anything to add up value, feel free to drop under the comments box down below to discuss. Appreciate for your full support. Thank you everyone for your watching, and see you again in the next video. Take care, stay safe, and have a pleasant day.